Delivering consistent fruit quality is important to keep both your buyers and consumers satisfied. This video focuses on assessing fruit quality extracted from the supply chain just prior to arriving on retail display. This takes into account the impacts of supply chain conditions. If temperature and location monitoring is done, this can be used to ensure the expected storage and transport conditions and timeframes are maintained. During fruit assessment, there's also the opportunity to monitor the proportion of fruit that are above the industry maturity standard. This will ensure a good eating experience for consumers. For Hass avocados, that minimum maturity standard is 23% dry matter. To assess whether fruit have met the minimum maturity standard, 2 readings are taken per fruit using a calibrated near-infrared device and the results averaged. In the assessment of fruit quality, it is important to make sure that fruit are at a consistent stage of ripeness or firmness. Rots and disorders develop quickly as fruits ripen, and even more quickly as it becomes overripe. The Queensland Department of Agriculture and Fisheries is proud to partner with Rudge Produce System staff to undertake quality assessments on fruit extracted from supply chains in both Sydney and Melbourne. To ensure that Rudge staff assess fruit at a consistent stage of medium to soft ripe, they take 2 firmness readings per fruit using a calibrated Tironi durometer and then average them. This ensures that most avocados are assessed between 30 and 43 units of firmness. There is both an external and internal fruit assessment. The brief external assessment is conducted to identify issues such as lenticel damage, sunburn, and any obvious blemish and punctures. In terms of the internal assessment, given that fruit is extracted prior to retail and allowed to ripen, the sampling avoids the bruising that predominantly occurs on retail display. Hence, the internal assessment focuses on the proportion of fruit with less than 5% rots and disorders. To assess internal fruit quality, the fruit are sliced lengthwise into quarters and the skin peeled to assess and photograph any defects that are present. The percentage of flesh affected by rots and other disorders are recorded on a sheet such as this one. Consumer research has confirmed that consumers are happy to continue purchasing fruit, providing that more than 90% of fruit have less than 5% of rots and disorders, or 10% of damage if that includes bruising. Good communications between supply chain partners is critical to ensure that Rudge staff are able to target a specific consignment to intercept a sample for assessment. It is equally important to ensure that timely information in the assessments gets back to growers and packshed managers so that action can be taken to ensure optimum fruit quality reaches the consumer. So in summary, there are 3 main benefits of supply chain monitoring. Firstly, identify whether the fruit quality that reaches the consumer is up to expectations. Identify issues so that if more detailed monitoring needs to occur, it can happen in a timely manner. And lastly, keep an eye on that minimum maturity standards to ensure the consumers are getting that good eating quality.